Good morning. Welcome to day 106. This is the end. This is the last day. And then on to new endeavors, new projects after this. I have 7.5 miles to go into Harper's Ferry just before 7 a.m., but I am running a little behind my original schedule. I told my parents I'd meet them at 10 or so I really got to pick up the pace. But my understanding is it's all downhill. Sorry, my parents and my sister and my nieces and nephew, I should say, are all coming to meet me at Harper's Ferry. But yeah, this was a good campsite. Had a little bit of unpleasant awakening this morning. I woke up and looked down and I saw a very obvious big fat tick right on my thigh. I think he had just embedded himself because I was able to pluck him off with my fingers. And he was so big too. I think it's the ticks that are microscopic that are really the dangerous ones because like you don't even know they're embedded in there. But anyway, I did a little experiment too because before this trip I treated my pants, my shirts, my socks with permethrin through the insect shield thing, which is supposed to survive like 70 washes or whatnot. So I just dropped the tick onto my pants, which I hadn't put on yet, and I just wanted to watch. He was on there a good 5 minutes, but I don't know if he was dying. He started to kind of walk around weird and was stumbling, looked like a little drunk tick. But it seemed like he wasn't dying yet, but maybe in the process of dying. Anyway, I don't know what's the deal with that, but that was like a good 5 minutes. That was surprising, a little scary actually, because I thought it was more instant than that. Maybe it is when it's been through the wash fewer times, but all my clothes now have been through the wash quite a number of times now. Every time I'm at a hostel, basically. Um, so I don't know. I have a couple extra plastic bags, and I dropped them in there in his semi-drunken tick state, and I just kept them in there in case something happens. I can send it into a lab. I think I heard from someone that Virginia or some state has some program, maybe multiple states, where you can mail in the tick, and they'll test it for you, and they'll tell you if it has some disease or something. If you suspect something, I guess they can confirm it. I don't know if that's a fee or if that's a free service. Anyway, but yeah, so I got a hitchhiker tick in a little plastic bag on my pack. Hopefully that's sealed up. Anyway, yeah, that was a little unpleasant. Um, I think what had happened was when I rested my pack against the tree when I was setting up my tent, I saw there was some grasses there, and I think he hitched onto the backpack, which I haven't sprayed with permethrin, which is probably a mistake. Um, and I think he just, when I'm in my tent, especially on these hot nights, I take off my pants and I just have my underwear on basically. So he had no barrier. He just basically latched right onto my thigh. Anyway, it happens. I'm glad he was a big tick. Now it makes me wonder about smaller ticks. Anyway, let me switch this around here. It's been a good run here. I need to, once I finish this up, I need to set new goals, I realized. So part of the fun, part of the nice thing about this whole hike is that you got that, I think I mentioned this in the beginning, you got this pretty clear North Star. And it's pretty clear that you're making progress every day. So if you could set up your life in a way that's structured like that, I think that's a pretty good thing. As much as I don't really like the military, and I don't know, I have a difficult time supporting the military, especially these days. I think they do have this sort of structure built into their routines and their lives. I've noticed a lot of military people on the trail who sort of speak in that lingo, talk about 5, 10 year plans or whatever they got in the middle. Said something like, more than 5 year plan, and you just setting your life up like that. It seems like it gives it a lot of good structure. So I think I'm gonna try to do something like that and try to make sure that I got those long-term plans. some people might call them bucket list items, right? But yeah, I mean, this was one bucket list item. Finish the Appalachian Trail, right? Because, like, I don't know. I can get hit by a bus. I can get a cancer. I could become unhealthy. Maybe frail to the point where I can't do it anymore, right? So that's why I did it. I just have 7 miles. Anyway, what was I thinking? There's some thunderstorms last night. No, it looks like no rain. Very strange. Thunderstorms early in the morning, like 2 a.m. Anyway, yeah, I'm happy it didn't rain actually. But surprisingly warm again this morning. But should be out of it. Should be done with the hike by the time it warms up to its peak. So I'm happy about that. I'm grateful for my food bag. Oh, my second alarm's going on. I set a second alarm at 7. So right now it's 7 a.m. Just in case I really slept in. Oh yeah, the last few nights have been kind of nuts. There were back-to-back nights where I was waking up at 3:30 a.m. because of the heat wave. And then yesterday, I didn't do that, but I woke up fairly early, got a start, and then it was super smoky. And I think the air quality is still bad today. I looked at it, unfortunately. It doesn't look visibly smoky though. But anyway, it's gonna be good to get this wrapped up and yeah, looks like go mostly downhill into Harper's Ferry. So I got to pick up the pace a little bit to get on my original timeline. So now it's 7 a.m. and I have 3 hours. So I can't go 2 miles an hour. I need to go a little faster than 2 miles an hour. Anyway, I'll make it. I'll be happy. And yeah, I think let's go onward. This might be a short video, but yeah, I am thinking of doing some wrap-up videos too, so this won't be the last one. Maybe a gear review video might be helpful to some folks, so I might do that. And maybe just final thoughts, regrets, things that I should have done differently, like probably spray my backpack with permethrin. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, but I don't think this is the last video I'll be doing about the Appalachian Trail for now. Anyway, onward we go. Hey. Philosopher. Hey. Hey, Eddie. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Thanks for this.
Uphill.
Oh, yeah. There's always the AT trying to up to its tricks. There's always uphill. There we go.
Uncle David, I made a little shelter for him.
Oh, yeah, for the little pillow.
I think our grandma too.
Okay, we're gonna keep going.
We stopped here.
Yeah.
And stop when the sun goes down.
Oh, yeah, yeah.